Your eyes snap open, but it's a strange sight. You're not surrounded by a cozy room or anything like that. You're actually the gas. Yes, you are a massive, swirling bowl of hydrogen and helium gas. Imagine that. Suddenly, an immense pressure hits you, like a hippo sitting on a tiny folding chair. Don't panic. That's just gravity pulling you inward, compressing you tighter and tighter. It's a big squeeze, and it's just beginning. Congrats! You're officially a star in the making, though right now, you're a pretty useless ball of gas. Your new powers? Like a super vacuum, you start sucking in more and more gas from your surroundings, heating yourself up until you reach just the right temperature to ignite fusion, the magical process where you squish tiny hydrogen atoms together, releasing enormous energy. Welcome to the sun. You're located in the Orion arm of the Milky Way, officially named the Sun. Not the most creative name, but it's the one you got. Thanks, humans. Now, you're young and a little unstable, still figuring out how to keep existing. How do you do that? Fusion, your endless energy source. Two tiny hydrogen atoms smash together, creating helium and releasing a flood of energy that'll keep you alive for billions and billions of years. Pretty cool, right? You even throw off solar flares and radiation like a cosmic light show. Neat! But here's the catch. Your surface isn't perfect. You get what's basically acne. Sunspots. These dark, cooler patches show up every 11 years, messing up your beautiful surface. Unlike human acne, yours never really goes away. Just permanent spots reminding you stars have pimples too. You've just started your very long trip around the Milky Way. And by very long, we mean roughly 230 million years to complete one orbit. Across your whole life, that's about 48 orbits. Sounds exhausting? It gets worse. You're not traveling on a smooth highway, you're bouncing and zigzagging on invisible trampolines. Your route is twisty, curvy, like a never-ending cosmic roller coaster. In your first lap, you spy a star named Vega far ahead and think, maybe I'll say hi. But no, they're too far. And you're stuck alone on this long ride, surrounded by rubble and dust zombie space debris that can't keep you company. Suddenly, you notice some strange balls orbiting you. Your leftover gas has formed planets. First, say hello to Jupiter, the biggest guy in the neighborhood. Loud and huge, he owns the title of the solar system's biggest planet. You want to move away, but nope, you're stuck with him. You're tethered by a gravitational leash. Kind of like being handcuffed to the most annoying person you can imagine. And to make things worse, he's got about 90 moons. Too many to count. He's like the guy who adopts every stray dog he sees. Not far behind Jupiter is his flashy buddy, Saturn, showing off with giant rings made of dust and rocks. Saturn and Jupiter spin super fast, making everyone dizzy around them. Joining the chaotic crew are two other gas giants. The weird cousins, Uranus, who likes to sit sideways, totally different from the others. Neptune, quiet and blue, unremarkable, but still there. You try to keep some order with an asteroid belt, creating a barrier to separate you and the gas giants. It's a bit of peace in the chaos. Closer to you are the rocky planets with their quirks. Mercury is always invading your personal space. Jupiter yells at him for being too clingy, but no one listens. Venus, the diva, spins the wrong way compared to the others. She's literally very hot and full of attitude. Earth and Mars are next door. Mars looks like a small version of Earth, but Earth has life and water, while Mars is slowly dying a dried-out raisin in space. Here's a wild fact. When Jupiter sneezes, yes, stars can have cosmic sneezes. Some asteroids and comets fly inward and crash into Earth and Mars, bringing water. Earth used it to build oceans, and life Mars failed after 700 million years. Now you're over 1 billion years old, fusing hydrogen and powering the solar system like a boss. You process energy at the rate of 4,000 pyramids built every second. Pharaohs would envy your systems, yet you get nothing back. You work tirelessly, providing light and heat day in and day out. No breaks, no recognition. You hear the noise, pay the cosmic electricity bill, ouch, and dream about a better life while slowly moving towards Vega. Still, you're moving. Your planets have grown older and more stable, and you finally get a moment to look around. Other stars are living their best lives. Some are bigger or smaller. Red dwarfs are tiny but energetic, like permanent firecrackers running on caffeine. Blue stars are the rock stars, young, burning fast, and dying young, leaving behind beautiful nebulae. Where do you fit? You're the designated driver, slow and steady, stuck on a 10 billion year journey with clingy planets. You asked yourself, am I even living? While enduring an identity crisis. You've been doing this for almost 900 million years, trying to communicate with Vega in any way possible because you'll never actually meet. It's a cosmic long-distance relationship, but you still deserve happiness and greatness. You visualize your future. You want to be big, strong, the biggest and baddest star in the galaxy. The time comes. You start your expansion massive, unstoppable. You puff up, not just a little Thanksgiving bloating, but hundreds of times your current size. Dinosaurs emerge on Earth during this period. But then, if you've seen that video about why it sucks to be a T-Rex, you know what's coming next. No more dinosaurs. Earth launches satellites, rockets flying everywhere like giant mosquitoes. The planets swat at these rockets, trying to protect themselves. Meanwhile, you're stuck watching strange little creatures on Earth having fun. They find it entertaining to stare at you, and sometimes even go blind doing it. Other stars have died as you circle the galaxy about 20 times. You notice you're getting brighter and hotter, making Earth sweat. Finally, you reach the red giant stage, the grand performance that would outshine even supernovas. You expand, swallowing planets like popcorn. The planets cry, but you ask them to shut up in their miserable lives. Mercury? You grilled it. Anyone care? Nope. You realize the universe doesn't care about your dreams or plans. You're just not big enough to explode as a supernova. Your heating up is mostly for show. Over the next 4 billion years, you burn through your hydrogen, start burning helium, and finally begin actual expansion. But all this happens in solitude. You expand losing your outer layers, forming beautiful gas clouds humans admire from distant planets. Your core collapses into a white dwarf about Earth's size, but incredibly dense and hot. You have no more fusion, no more planets to fuel. You stay like this for trillions of years, slowly cooling and eventually becoming a black dwarf. You become a pile of rotten, invisible gas, the ultimate worst fate for a star. So, while life seems easy for the sun, it's full of constant pressure, exhaustion, loneliness, and an inevitable, lonely fade out. Next time you enjoy the warmth of the sun, spare a thought for the cosmic struggle happening behind the light. Thanks for watching.